Hi, so this is a review for the Cuisinart Burr Mill coffee grinder, model DBM8. I don't know what changes with the model number because this is actually the second one that I've owned. My first one is still running after about a decade. I'm going to have one at my camp and one at home. I like these so much that I already have a Black & Decker unit at home, but the Amazon subsidiary Woot had a deal, so I bought a second one. Okay, so your basics are you have a hopper, you can select the grind by twisting, and you can select a number of cups that you supposedly are going to grind using this control, which never worked on my first one, which was a refurb, so I always do it by, I just count the time. But this one does work. I gave it a try. So in here right now we have the holder from the old unit, and you can see that the specs changed so little over a decade that I could switch between the two. So you push it in. You have to push it in firm because there's a little piece here which clicks on a micro switch that's down in here. Why do I bother telling you that? Well, the one thing that can happen with these is that if you get a build up around here or around the edge, it stops you ramming the whole thing home. What you gradually learn is to push it in hard when you're starting and let the coffee grinder stop before you pull it out, and that stops stuff spraying out and filling the rim. And that's probably why they give you a brush on the scoop. So one of the things I like about this compared to my Black & Decker unit is, well, it holds more coffee in the beans in the hopper, and also it's less prone towards jamming. By jamming I mean that the beans just stop flowing down. The only time it happens with this model, well, these models, is with the French beans that I use, which are kind of sticky, and sometimes they will kind of like form a mass, and you just have to shake it and it frees up. The chamber here has lasted a decade. I've banged it a few times, and it's not going to last forever because you can see that I've chipped it. But hey, it's had a good run, and you can buy a new one. Except that it would probably cost more than what I paid for this. So you have instructions. Part of the instructions that I never knew was that you can actually lift out the hopper if you want to. Never done that in a decade. They have this cute little registration deal where you take a picture of that and you just text it in or email it. Don't know why. Somebody thought it was a good idea. A couple of sets of instructions, but you basically don't need them. I'm using something like it's probably a fairly fine grind, even though I'm generally using the French press, which they would probably recommend. You'd think you'd be going for a coarse grind, but that works for me. I don't mind if there's a sludge in the bottom of my coffee cup when I finish. Okay, so since I bought a second one, obviously I think that it's a great little unit and it's good value. So thank you for watching the review, and if you found it useful, then please click yes to indicate that in the text version, and thank you.